B, it's a thing that I'm looking at right now when it comes to Warrior fans and this team. Everything feels very delicate. Their positioning within the standings of the Western Conference feels delicate. Draymond Green's back injury feels delicate. Klay's return feels very delicate. Steph Curry, where he's at with his injury, feels very delicate. The fan base's connection to certain players on the team feel very delicate. And I'll tell you this, the Warrior fan passion is through the roof, but when they lose games the way that they have, in the pattern that they have, something is off. And they are going to call it out. And what do Warrior fans do? It's Wiggins. It's Draymond. It's Steve Kerr. It's this guy. It's that guy.
It's always Steve Kerr. Yesterday was a lot of Steve Kerr.
But, to me, it's bigger than that. To me, it's like right now, it's the whole thing. Whether you want to say coaching, you want to say specific players, guys being out, guys not playing up to what we expect from them. It's all off right now. The chemistry's off.
Warriors 2 games up on the Jazz in the loss column. 3 games up on the Mavericks in the loss column. 5 games up on the Nuggets in the loss column. So, 5-game road trip starts yesterday in Orlando. They lose that one. That was a gimme game. Should have been a gimme game. Miami, who's going to play tonight? Who knows? Got to go to South Beach. Friday's Atlanta. Sunday's Washington. I think you should beat the Washington Wizards. I think you should beat them.
I thought they should have won the last 2 games.
Yeah, I know. So, and then you get Memphis on Monday. So, this 5-game road trip, you better hope they win a game on this road trip.
Yeah.
And if they don't win a game on this road trip, then guess what? You're playing the Phoenix Suns on Wednesday. It doesn't get easier, folks. It doesn't get easier. So how do they fix the situation? We got our boy, our favorite, NTD 1208. It's Bob Myers' fault he didn't acquire a big. Well, James Wiseman was supposedly on the way. Bielitsa is another big who's not playing big.
Yeah.
And you were hoping that Draymond Green would get back. So, can I fault them for not making a deal? Who are they going to trade away? Tell me, NTD 1208, who are the Warriors going to trade away to get a big?
Well, people want them to sign a big and waive Damian Lee or JTA or Bielitsa.
And then go back into the tax and pay more tax and all that stuff?
Look, and you're asking about a guy who's going to help for just a couple of minutes a game, right?
So we're not even talking about a guy who's going to play 30 minutes a game.
What was their record without Draymond Green?
It was not good. It was like barely over 500.
Okay, barely over 500. Yep. Okay. So somebody called Fake Logic on Twitter, when a star sits since 2020, 2021, okay, what's that team's record? And it goes through all these different players. And, a lot of these teams, like, for example, Phoenix, when CP3 sits, they're 12-4, right? Shows you how good Phoenix is,
right?
Even though CP3, we know, is a really, really good player. When Devin Booker doesn't play, Phoenix is still 11-5. When Kyrie doesn't play, KD still got that team 41-29. You go all the way down. And then you get to this. Embiid, when he doesn't play for Philly, the guy that you thought was the MVP a couple of weeks ago, 14-19. Not a bad record, but a 424 winning percentage. Right. What do you think the record is for the Golden State Warriors when Steph Curry doesn't play?
Oh, it's awful. I saw it last night on Twitter. What was it, like 45-88 or something like that?
Well, this is just the last 2 seasons.
Because they're 18-16. 18-16 without Draymond Green this season.
Okay, so 18-16 without Dre. They
this
are
year
4-13 the last 2 years
without Steph
Curry doesn't play.
Yep.
4-13. So if everyone, we're missing Draymond. Draymond's. Can we all now?
2 games over 500 without Draymond.
Can we all now just come to the realization Draymond's very important? No one is doubting that. Heart and soul, whatever people want to file it under. Steph Curry is the straw, the glass, the liquid. He's everything. He's the person shaking that thing up.
Yep.
When you don't have Steph, we've seen the evidence. What were they that year they didn't have Steph? 15-50.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep. Awful.
They're 4-13 the last 2 years without Steph Curry. So we could sit here and rail on the coach. We could sit here and rail on so many different other elements of the team. The reality is this is a Steph Curry-based team. Every single piece on the roster is built to enhance him, or they can get enhanced playing alongside Steph Curry. Yep. And when he's not there, we're done.
Yep.
It's that simple.
And look, I'm seeing these names. Enes Kanter. Enes Kanter's not helping you. He's giving up layup after layup after layup. What are you watching? Did you watch him in Portland? Did you watch him in Boston? Enos Cantor is barbecue chicken. Matter of fact, no. Like the dude who was in Famous Los 32. He's seafood. Enos Cantor seafood. You're not going to trade Wiggins.
Fried scallops?
Yeah, you're not going to trade Wiggins when he's an all-star and playing good basketball at the deadline. Not going to do that. Wiggins look good. You're not going to do that.
He has fallen off the cliff.
Oh, he's fallen off the cliff. But nobody's thinking about trading Andrew Wiggins
Have you seen it?
At the deadline.
No. But in terms of Wiggins for a second, because
Well, hold on. Let's save the thought for Wiggins.
Okay.
We got to take him to school.
There's some
we got a
things
lot
I
of
gotta
thoughts.
get off my chest.
It's time for taking them to school. Presented by Evergreen Valley College, home of the highest earning community college graduates in California. Langford, do you got a low light or high light? I don't know. Play something.
With the dribble, fades and fires and banked it home. He kissed in a three. Wow.
We'll have to ask him later. Did he call it?
Jim Barnett, Tim Royal to call, 95-7 the game. Warriors taking out a Heat. That was Jordan Poole. He got us 26, but 9-23. 9-23.
Well,
I thought at times he was trying to do too much
I agree.
offensively, but that was taking him to school, which happens the morning after every game paid for by Evergreen Valley College, home of the highest earning community college graduates in California. What's coming up on the game brought to you by Fremont Bank, full service banking. No compromises. Laura Brent, 720. Covers the Niners for NBC Sports Bay Area. Also down in Scottsdale. Checking out some Giants baseball. We'll talk to her about the Giants and the vibe. And, of course, the 49ers and Jimmy Garoppolo and Kirk in Oakland. Stan Holt there will get you on the other side. We got thoughts on Wiggins. We got thoughts on Draymond. We got thoughts on the Golden State Warriors, who just lost their third straight game in back-to-back losses to the San Antonio Spurs and the Orlando Magic. Somebody said I'm not obligated. I'm paid to not be over a 5 on the panic meter. Trust me, sir. I'll get to a 10 on the panic meter. Whatever I do in life, working at the flagship station of the Golden State Warriors, working pre- and post-game show in NBC Sports Bay Area. Trust me. That ain't holding me back from my opinions today, buddy. Ain't nobody going to stop me from talking that talk. Believe that. We're coming up on the roast.